So I'm going to record and I'm just going to go through it like I would normally. So good evening. Thank y'all for joining us, and welcome to the September goal setting workshop. If this is your first time attending one of my workshops, I decided to do this one as a live working session. I think the last time I did it live was back in early 2017, where I helped at that time my group coaching members work out their 90-day goal. So I wanted to offer that opportunity to you guys, because I know a lot of times we set goals, but we actually don't get them out of our head onto paper. Or maybe you possibly attend a workshop or an event where it's talking about the goal setting, or you know what it is that you need to do, but you actually don't take the time to actually write it down. And then usually after the event, you're busy, you're on to the next thing. You have good intentions on, doing your goals and writing them down, but life happens, right? Because we're multiple hats. So this is your opportunity to, hey, as you're showing up and taking time out of your day to, spend this Sunday evening with me, the first of the month, that you're actually also doing the work. Like you're taking something away from the workshop. So with the goal setting workshop, let's, just to make sure you are in the right place. I'm trying to move this off of my screen. 1 second, let's see, can I move that? Okay, perfect. Okay, so you're in the right place if you have an idea of what it is that you want to achieve, but you're feeling stuck because you have a million things on your to-do list, especially as women and entrepreneurs. That tends to happen because we're wearing multiple hats. We're running our family, sometimes even working outside of the home, in ministry, still trying to live a life and all those different things, right? So you have a lot of things on your to-do list, but you know what it is that you want to accomplish for your business, but you still feel like you're stuck and all over the place. Or maybe you're sick and tired of wishing and dreaming and you're ready to actually take action, right? Because here we are, September, getting ready to go into the fourth quarter of the year. And maybe you set some goals, last month, or maybe at the beginning of the month and beginning of the year, and it didn't quite happen. It's not too late. So I just want to encourage you to, hey, take action, whatever it is that you've been wanting to do, no longer put it off. And then maybe you are ready to achieve your goals and unleash and monetize your passion, right? Because I'm all about helping women to, go after their goals and their dreams and, it's really just crush it and just being that support for them. So this will help you increase your productivity and your profitability, because it's so much more clarity when you know what it is that you need to be focusing on. And if you want a plan to help you get results and not just the why, and really implementing the how, that's what we're going to talk about tonight. Okay, so I'm going to make sure that you leave this workshop with all that. And for those of you who are, like I say, new, maybe you're new inside of my Facebook group or to my email list, I won't spend a lot of time on this because some of those of you that are watching it have been part of my Facebook group or either my mastermind, so you already know who I am. But for those of you who are new, I'm a wife and a mom of 4 beautiful, amazing girls. So that's me and my family. That's one of our trips a family trip that we took to the Bahamas. And of course you got my website, LaKeishaHankins.com, for more information. But in a nutshell, what I do is I help female entrepreneurs get unstuck, take action, and get results. Really just that simple, right? So it's all about helping you get clarity about what it is that you want to do, who it is that you want to become, putting the game plan together, holding you accountable to make it happen so that you get the results that you desire. Really simple, right? So today what you're going to learn is we're going to talk about identifying the goals that you want to unleash over the next 30 to 90 days. Because I'm trying to be realistic. I can say, what is it that we could, narrow it down and say, what is it that you want to focus on just this month? I think the worksheet that I sent out, helps you to focus kind of like over the next 90 days. We're just going to play it by ear wherever you are in your business. You know how you operate best. If you just need to focus on the next 30 days, then focus on the next 30 days. If you can't focus 90 days from now, what works best for you, okay? Because not everybody is the same. And then identifying what obstacles could prevent you from creating the life of your dreams. Because like I said, life happens, right? So if you got, a big event coming up this month or something, next month, is that going to prevent you from hitting your goals or your dreams? Right? Because you got to, make time to take care of whatever comes up. Sometimes we have stuff that's expected. Sometimes the unexpected happen. So those are those obstacles that can prevent you from achieving your goals. But if you know that it's coming up or it's expected, right? You work around it. You create your game plan around it. So we'll talk about that. And then we'll also create a vision map to help you stay on track. And the vision map comes into place with the worksheet that you guys downloaded. And I did send it out as a document versus a PDF. That way, if you didn't print it out, you can edit it. You can go back and make changes and things of that sort, right? So let me see what else, make sure I didn't leave anything. So before we get started, I want you to try to eliminate distractions and be present, you know, and I know sometimes that can be hard. The training, for the most part, it will be fast-paced, and it's also interactive. So, of course, you know, I muted the lines, but I'll unmute you when we get to, you know, certain points within it, because we're talking through our goals, right? We're talking through, you know, our game plan or how we're going to make it actually happen. So it is interactive and engaging. So that way you can get feedback, you know, or if you need a sounding board. Okay, so get ready. I'm excited. And again, it's all about taking action. So that's what we're going to do tonight. Writing down your goals is a form of taking action, and taking action is what manifests results. And you want to work smarter and not harder, right? And this is not for you if you don't want to take action, or if you're just here to just get more information and then you're stuck in the information overload, but not implementing. Okay, so you got to be serious about your goals. And this is for those, like I said, that are action takers. So let's go ahead and get started. And I will say, if you find value in this, you definitely want to join us back next month. So if you don't write your goals out early, come back October 1st. I'm going to host these on the 1st of every month to help you map out your goals for the month. Okay. So let's go ahead and get started. So this first part is really, my screenshots are just screenshots of the worksheets. If you printed out your worksheet. And the first one, and I think on the worksheet, I have them numbered, where it says number 2, that's actually number 1. I think on you guys' end, I don't think I made that change before I sent it out. But it's talking about the long-term satisfaction. Like, what do you want in your business that you don't have? Okay, like what goals do you want to achieve? You know, what do you want to achieve over the next, you know, long-term satisfaction? Is it to, you know, be full-time in your goal, in your business? You know, what does that look like? So think about, like, long-term, what is it that you want to do? And maybe you're not sure. If, you know, if you can't think about it long-term, what do you want to do, you know, for the rest of the year? Because I know at one point I wanted to do my coaching business, you know, full-time, but things, you know, have shifted and, you know, changed somewhat. So I know I want to do some speaking engagements and all those different things. Just like, what do you want to do, like, long-term? And of course, you know, Sean, if you have anything that you want to, you know, say, you know, I won't call you out on everyone since it's just me and you on here. But, you know, like, what's, like, kind of like your long-term goal? Or maybe you haven't even thought about that.
I haven't long-term.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, honestly, for the next 90 days, I do have an idea.
Okay.
And that's as far as my little mind.
And which is totally acceptable, totally, definitely relatable and stuff as well. And I think because a lot of times too, as when we're thinking about long-term or thinking about our goals, depending on where we are in, you know, our business and our life and stuff like that, those things can definitely shift and change as our vision changes. And then if you're like and you're working outside the home, you might be close to retirement and being able to collect your benefits and stuff like that. So it's like, okay, nope, not leaving my job, but this is what I want to accomplish in my business. So just really thinking about it from that standpoint. And, you know, and where it says long-term satisfaction, if we're not ready to think long-term for you, that would, you know, make that your 90-day instead of long-term. You know, what is it you want to achieve over the next 90 days? And I think that is it Therese or Teresa that just joined us? I want to make sure I'm pronouncing your name right. So we have really just begun and just started. So if you have your worksheet, you want to definitely, let's see, I got some chats. Okay, so it is Therese. Okay, cool. I just wanted to make sure it wasn't a typo. Cool, awesome. Welcome to tonight's workshop. Did you have a chance to download the worksheet, or if not, go ahead and pull it up, and that way you can follow along. So we are just on the part where we're really just diving in to the meat and potatoes of the workshop, where we're talking about what it is that you want to achieve long-term satisfaction, which is the first step on the worksheet. So really just, thinking about what it is that you want for your business. And if there isn't a long-term, as far as like, 3 years from now, 5 years from now, instead of long-term, what works for you within the next 90 days. So think about it from that standpoint. Okay, and then the second one is kind of like, what do you have in your business, but, oh, and it says life and business. What do you have in your life and your business that you don't want? So this could be those things that are like the energy suckers in your business, right? So maybe there's toxic relationships, all these different things, or maybe your environment, maybe you're watching too much television, all of that. So that's kind of like where you list your energy suckers at. What's the thing that is like sucking the life out of you, stopping you from achieving your goals, all those different things. So that's kind of like what you would focus on, put there. So you start making a game plan on, being aware of what it is that you need to remove or let go that no longer serves you. And I think sometimes, maybe you're at a good place where you don't have any energy suckers, which is awesome. But if you do, write it down. And sometimes it's family members, sometimes it's, our friends and our families that don't believe in our goals and our dream and, things of that sort. So, write that down. And then, and you guys, let me know if I'm going too fast, because if not, I'm moving right along. And the chat function is open too, like if you're in a place where you can't unmute or anything like that.
Okay.
All right. All right. So the third thing on the list is kind of like where it talks about our goals. So over the next, let's say 30 to 90 days, what are your top 3 priorities? Like, what are the 3 things that you want to focus on? Like, what do you want to make it happen? And this part, I will ask like kind of like for your feedback, so I can see where you're at. And then that way I can also help you with your game plan. So I'm writing down my 3 things that I'm going to focus on, and I'm not. I'm writing mine down for the next for the 30 days, like what I want to focus on for September only. I'm not thinking as far as like I know what my 90-day goal is, but what do I need to do this month?
Okay.
And it doesn't have to be 3. So this is 1 to 3 goals. If you got 3, great. If you don't, then hey. So I'll share my 3, and then if you ladies want to jump out and share, even if you don't share your 3, if you want to share one of your goals, that would be great. So mine is one of my 3 is I need to create a webinar. So I have my masterclass webinar, but because I switched the focus of, where I'm just focusing on the mastermind clients and my offline meeting, I want to create a new mastermind that's a new webinar that's in alignment with that. So I need to do my outline for that and be ready to actually promote it by the end of September, so I can, actually have time to market it strategically. And I think probably reach out to the girl that I had as my virtual assistant to help kind of like with some of the social media posts. And then I want to just run a Facebook ad to it, because I don't plan on doing a lot of Facebook lives and all those different things. I want to be able to keep it simple, create a webinar and leverage it. So put it on automation. And then I've been working on creating some planners. So the productivity planner is done. The goal setting planner will be done too, and I just need to figure out how to get it on Amazon. So I was playing with that this week, and I need to figure out how to finish doing that, so that way it's ready to be downloaded or printed or so. Because I use kind of like Create Space, I believe is what it's called. So where they've kind of like partnered with Amazon now. So being able to do that, because for the mastermind, that will be like one of the bonuses that they get the goal setting planner. And then my goal is to add 8 more members to the mastermind group for the paid mastermind. Add 8 more members in October is my goal. So those are my 3 things that I want to happen position myself to happen within the next 30 days that I'm going to make happen. So Sean, share one of your goals if you can.
Sure. So my 3 goals for the month of September, I want to recruit at least 3 more consultants for my jewelry business. I want to have like an outline of a referral program for my travel business.
Okay.
And then I want to commit to going live twice a week for my jewelry business.
Okay. And you said an outline referral program for the travel?
Yes.
Okay. Okay. And Therese, do you have anything you want to share? And if you can unmute, you can also drop it in the chat, because I do have your chat box open. And some of these, let's see, she'd like to increase her client base by 1,500 to get back to what was the last part? Okay. And then number 4, okay, so she wants to increase her client base to 1,500 to get back to where she was before her mother passed. So we'll definitely talk more about your plan on how to make that happen as well. Okay. So, and then number 4, so like I told you guys when I sent this out, this is one that I used kind of like my group coaching program that I had, which when I run this next month, there will be a little bit of changes to it. So number 4, I'm going to skip over that one. That's something you can fill out. You can complete number 4, like where do you want to be in 1 year, but you don't have to answer that tonight. Especially since we're just more so focusing over the next 30, possibly 90 days. So that's number 4 on there. So number 5A, we're going to say that's kind of like what we just answered, like what do you want to accomplish over the next 30 days or so. So that's kind of like what you would fill in for there, for like 1, 2, and 3. That would be your goals. And then based on your goals, like what is your why? Like why do you want this goal? Like how is it going to benefit you and as well as others? Because sometimes our goals a lot of the times are attached to other people. So how does it benefit other people if you reach your goal? So like for me, if me creating the goal setting planner is going to help other people to be able to take their goals, get them out of their head onto paper, and actually create a game plan around their goal. Me hitting my goal of 8 women joining the mastermind is going to position 8 more women to conquer or crush their goals within the next 90 days. So that's how it's going to help others. So, and Therese says hers is going to help her travel, and it's going to allow her to be able to be supporting her husband in ministry. So then, Sean, like how would your goals help others?
Recruiting 3 more consultants on my team would create just another stream of income for them, as well as networking with more positive way. my referral program will, help me thank those who are bringing me more customers.
Mm-hmm.
So that's just my way of showing my gratitude. And me going live 2 weeks, that gives women some beautiful jewelry.
Yes. Some jewelry, and also be able to see themselves doing it as well. What I
Yeah.
was saying. So I love this question because it takes us back to, okay, your goal has to be bigger than you, and then where you're not focused on you, but you're focused on serving others, right? Like if I don't move forward, then they can't. Looking at it from that standpoint. So like if I don't show up in my business, then whoever your ideal client is, they can't. They won't find you, right? So from that standpoint. So think of it, that way. So when you're writing down your goals, so that's kind of like what you put in 5B, like who benefits from it? Your children, your household, all those different things, even they benefit from it because hey, your income increases, you're able to, travel more, you're able to, do more with your family or save, pay off debt, whatever it is that it's going to allow you to do. That's kind of like what you write down in 5B. How is it going to benefit you as well as others? How will that benefit? And then 5C, our goal is, like I said, our goal is to be able to get this done within the next 30 to 90 days. So give yourself a date of when you'll achieve this goal by. So like if your goal is to, okay, this is my September goal, then hey, it's achieved by end of September 30th. But if you have leg room where you're like, okay, this is my goal that I want to accomplish over the next 90 days, put set a date of when you want this to achieve it by, right? So that and what this does is that, so that you're working on it consistently. Like if you don't give yourself, deadlines, then, sometimes that goal becomes, okay, I'll get to it tomorrow, or I'll do this, next week. And then next week becomes next month or so. And then we're already in October. And then before you know it, we're at the end of the year. So you got to give yourself some type of deadline, but also make sure that you're being realistic. And I realize I have not been changing my slides or any of that. So, okay, so that's kind of like where we're at. Because I just been looking at my worksheet, but all about the slides on the screen. But so that's kind of like where we're at, identifying your top goals that you want to achieve over the next, I'm gonna say 30 to 90 days, and giving yourself a deadline. Okay, and Teresa's giving herself the end of the 90 days to be back on track. Perfect. And I think that's definitely, doable. All right. So are you guys good with me moving on to the next slide?
Yes.
Okay, cool. Okay, perfect. So number 6 is like, what one thing will you do for each of your goals in the next 30 days so that you can, reach your goal. So this is kind of like where you take your action steps and you write them down. And so you break one action step down into a smaller action step until you can commit to it 100%. So if you want more than one action step, don't limit yourself. So like you said, you're going to go live, was one of your goals. So you're going to do Facebook Live twice a week. So that's your action steps. And then it's like, okay, what days are you doing those on? And you might need to use the back of your paper. Like, so if your goal is like really your action step, like if it has a big action step, like if you were writing a book and I say, oh, I'm writing a book, that's a big action step. So I would need to break that down and say, okay, I'm doing a chapter a week, or, a chapter a weekend, etc. So that's kind of like what I mean by like writing down, breaking that down so that it's actually achievable and stuff. So that's what you would do on that part. And then, put, when you're going to do it by, like for your, of course, the Facebook Live, that's something you're doing weekly. Like your outline, your referral program, when is that going to be done by, all those different things. So what action steps are you taking? Therese, if you can share what would be one of your action steps that you're taking over the next 30 days? Okay. So, Okay, active networking with small business owners, and would you be doing that online or offline? And then while I'm waiting on her to type in her feedback, okay, online. Okay, okay, perfect. You type pretty fast. Offline. Okay, offline. Okay, no problem. And so, are you attending events, meetups? What does that strategy look like for you? And then Sean, while she is typing that in, what action steps? What are your action steps?
I'm definitely going to share the opportunity
Hmm.
in my lives, as well as posting in my VIP group and in my on my business page. As far as recruiting, I do have a list of people I need to follow up with, so I will do that by Friday.
Okay. Did you write it down?
Yes.
Okay,
Yep.
perfect. Okay, awesome. Okay, and then Teresa, get reconnected with BNI and other small business meetups. So then that would be like one of her action steps is to kind of like find what meetup groups that she wants to be a part of, seeing when their next events are, et cetera, and going out there and making those connections and then following up and then reactivate the business communication on, with her business. Okay. So make sure you've written it down and then try to give yourself, like I said, of course, deadline dates of when you'll make it happen. Communication on her business page. Okay. I got it. I did get that. So I hope you guys are finding this like helpful. Like, does it help going through this?
Yes.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
All right. Perfect. And then kind of like number 7, like is like who's on your dream team? Like who will help you and support you as far as like getting there? Like is it an accountability partner? If like sometimes it doesn't even have to be business related. It can be fitness related. I definitely think that we have to sometimes not just focus on business, but there's 7 areas of our life like this workshop, of course, is we're focusing on business, but I think all of those you got to have like some type of balance. There's no such thing as 100% balance, but you got to make sure that you have time for like spiritual family, friends, your fitness, your health, all those different things. So maybe it's a gym buddy for that area of your life, or maybe a coworker or a coach. And then, like, if you're part of our paid mastermind group, of course, you have that accountability there. You have the support there to help you, reach your goal. So who is on your dream team? That's like what I like to call them. Whoever's helping you be supportive. Like, what does your dream team look like? Write that down. Like, who's going to help you and how specifically. Because like I could have said like, oh, my best friend is my accountability partner, but that does not work. You need somebody like for me that wouldn't work because if I set a goal and I say I'm going to do it and then she tries to call me out on it, I'm just like, okay, yeah, whatever. Or sometimes you can make excuses with your friends and stuff like, oh, I'm gonna do it next week, versus your coach or an accountability group is like, no, you said you were gonna do it this week. Like what happened? Like they're holding you to it. Okay, so that's where she needs, like Teresa, that's where she needs help at right now. So like if you're not a part of the paid mastermind group, I do have, if you're part of my Facebook group, the public Facebook group, like on Monday we share our goals in there. Wednesday is kind of like check-in day as well. So if you post on Monday what your goals are, I'm definitely going to tag you on Wednesday or so when we do the follow-up and say, hey, how's it going with your goals? Friday we celebrate our wins. And then once a month, which I've just started doing, because the mastermind meets every 2 weeks. The second and fourth Thursday. I'm sorry, second and fourth Tuesday is when we meet. So that's that last mastermind session. What I want to do is open it up so that women who are not part of our mastermind group can come in and see kind of like what the mastermind is all about, right? So they can see, hey, if that's a good fit for them, it's a good place for you to get that additional accountability and the support and coaching that you need. So that is there. So if you have an accountability partner or coach, friend, somebody that's holding you to the fire, like who is that and how they're doing it specifically? Okay, and then Teresa, she'll be following, and then Sean, I know. Well, outside, I would say outside of the paid mastermind groups, I know you're one of our mastermind members. Like, who else holds you accountable?
My team for my jewelry business.
Okay, cool. And I think that's awesome, because if not, because they're dependent on you as well too. You know, even though
Yeah.
hey, they're in business for themselves, a lot of times they're looking for that. You know, looking for the leader, they're looking for you to show up. So it's
Yeah.
just like, you know, hey, if me and my friend said we wanted to go out, we want to go to the gym, and if I say I'm not going, and then she's at one too, like, okay, cool, I didn't want to go neither, that is not good, right? So you got to have, you know, someone definitely holding you to the fire, and somebody is saying, you know what, no, we're doing this, no excuses, we're making it happen.
Yeah.
So, so definitely, you definitely need that accountability. And I like to call them your dream team, because they're the ones that are going to help you reach your goals and your dreams, right? They play a big part in that. And sometimes it's the whole just sharing our dreams with other people that actually do help us actually make it happen, because a lot of times, hey, we're women of our word. So if we say we're going to do something, then we actually do it. And I think it helps when we include other people in what it is that we're saying that we're going to do. Okay, so that is that part. And so number 8 is kind of what I call your success accelerator. So this is what's going to help you pretty much get to your goals a little bit faster. Like, what is it that you can start doing, or, you know, stop doing, or do more of, or do more less of, that will help you achieve your goals? Like, what is it that you need to do? So I know for me, like, I needed to back up and keep things simple. So I realize I get bored easily, right, with certain things, with the whole repetition and stuff like that. But at the end of the day, sometimes it's needed. Like, I need to have the systems and structures in my business. So I need to get with something and stick with it, right? And, you know, especially if it's working, like, stick with it. And like, what do I need to start doing less of? You know, maybe it's hmm, I don't know. I feel like I definitely feel like I've stopped doing a lot less of let me see. Because, you know, one of my things is I stopped doing a lot of the Facebook lives, and it's like, okay, like, it felt great, but at the same time, I'm like, I need to find some way to consistently show up. Like, I felt like me doing a Facebook live was burning me out, and not allow me to um, show up from the mastermind students. Like, they're like you guys said, you guys are good, but there were like workshops and other stuff that I wanted to do and give and stuff to the mastermind students to help them reach their goals. But it was hard to do that when I was giving out so much free stuff over here. So I needed to find some way to be able to leverage my time and feel like I'm actually, you know, doing you guys a great service as well. And then I had my offline mastermind group, so where I've switched that to where we're just going to be meeting once a month, so that I'm not all over the place. And especially you know, the girls just started back to school, so they have their after school programs, and, you know, where they're, you know, Friday night football game nights and all those different things. So I needed to figure out some type of balance to be able to, you know, hey, do the business and as well as be a mom, etc. So, and so I'm going to say what Therese said. She needs to focus. She needs better time management, and she needs to reduce her to-do list and dump some stuff. So I feel you on that. That was definitely me. I needed to reduce my to-do list and let go of some stuff. Let go of what no longer kind of like serves you and what's like in the way of you reaching your goals. And what about you, Sean? And make sure you
I
write it
need.
down. I'm sorry. Make sure you write it down too, because it you know, it just does something when you know, okay, like, this is what I need to do.
Yeah. So that was one thing I had: create a to-do list every day with at least 2 to 3 things that I need to get done that day. I need to start eating right and exercising, and I need to put my phone down playing my games as a excuse of not to do something.
Yes. Okay. Okay, definitely. I need to when you said that the whole exercise, I need to consistently do that. So like that's my thing. I start something, I'll start a plan, I'll start eating right, and then all of a sudden I don't know what happens. So yesterday, I took my daughter zip lining for her birthday, and then there was some hiking involved in that. I'm like, that little hike almost like took me out all the way out. So I was like, I need to get it together, like real quick. So so I need to add like some type of fitness goals on there, and I need to stick with it. It's my thing. Cause I'll, sometimes you see like the little challenges and stuff like that. So I'll be doing that, and I'm doing good for a good 8 days or something like that, and then that's kind of like out the window. So, so I will be posting that in our group. I'm gonna share my goals in the group as well too, of course, because I'm asking for accountability as well. The coach is asking for accountability too. Okay, so write those down. The stuff that you need to do less of. um, focus. And if it's focus, I think it helps you to focus when you take your goals, even if you don't use the sheet that we have at the end, because that's like what the sheet is at the end, kind of like where it's a summary of it. But even if you don't have that, if it was like an index card or something where you could just take your goals and put them in front of you, so that you see them daily, that's going to be able to help you focus. Better time management. So my tip there, if you need help with better time management, is really being realistic of like what your schedule looks like and saying, okay, this is really only the only time that I actually have to work my business. And in that time, like we said, what works best for you? Is it having a to-do list or narrowing that to-do list to where it's like, okay, what 3 things I need to happen today? Then doing that, okay? Taking the stuff off of your to-do list that's not important or it's not a priority right now. You're taking it and moving it. So those are, kind of like some of my tips there. And I apologize for the background noise. I think my kids just started trying to do dishes. I'm glad they're doing their dishes, but they picked the wrong time. I apologize if you can hear all the background noise and stuff. I'm like, okay, great. I'm glad y'all doing it, but all right. So what's next? So I feel like it's missing a page. Hold on. And it is. So I don't have the screenshot in here, but on number 9, if you have the form in front of you, it's the breakthrough barriers. What could get in the way? So I talked about this in the beginning, like if you had an expected or an expected event or something that's coming up this month for September, like what could get in the way of you achieving your goal? Or how are you going to sabotage yourself? Because sometimes we sabotage our own success. Like how could you do it? How could you get in your own way? Like, is it that whole being perfectionist, procrastinating, or do you have an event coming up this month or something that you need to take into consideration? Or maybe you've seen a consistent pattern over the past, like over the, here we are in September, maybe you've seen a consistent pattern over the last 9 months. Like every time I set a goal to do X, Y, Z, this happens. I make excuses or I don't have enough time. Like how do you sabotage your own success? So I definitely.
Well, you said it for me.
I said
make excuses.
Make excuses. So no more excuses, yeah. Sean. So. Yeah, so I'm glad you said that. So I, especially if that's like your thing. So that's what we'll be talking about that Tuesday. Do we meet this Tuesday? I think we meet this Tuesday. I gotta look at my calendar. No, we meet next Tuesday. We meet on the 10th.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So feet to the fire. Yes, feet to the fire. No excuses. Yeah, so thinking about those different things, like how would you sabotage your own success? And write that down. So for me, it's having too much stuff on my to-do list is one of the things, because there's a lot of great ideas. There's like, oh, I want to do this and I want to do that, and which I know better. Like I used to have an idea folder and just drop it in that folder and come back to it. But lately it's been so easy to get distracted. I swear I'm like, I think I got an adult ADHD or something. I have to go see about that. So that's where you're gonna write there. Like it's really just about being aware of how do you sabotage your own success, or really planning for, planning around, life. If you got things that are happening this month, how do you plan around it so that you still reach your goals? Okay. So cool. We are like almost done. Like almost kind of like right on the hour. All right. So then I think even on the sheet, I feel like I'm missing a sheet for myself. So if you could rate yourself, right, out of 1 out of 10, with 8 being, 10 being like the highest. Oh, here it is. How likely do you feel like about the goals that kind of like you've written down tonight that you could actually hit your goals? And with 10 being the highest, like how do you feel?
I'm a 9.
Okay.
I'm a 9.
And you've definitely been kind of like on point with hitting your goals lately. I can
Yeah.
definitely see that.
That's because I've been taking your advice and really writing them down. That helps.
Good,
Writing,
good. Yes,
reviewing.
yeah, you guys have been showing out, like I said, y'all have been showing out August and like the last couple of months, especially usually when it's slower for people during the summertime because they're focused on summer vacations and stuff. You guys have been like kicking butt and taking names in the mastermind. So yeah, I've been
My
pressing
travel
this.
this summer with me traveling, I thought, because I took a break from the jewelry,
Hmm.
but by me doing the travel, it really just it spiked. I've been getting calls and referrals. When I say left and right, I couldn't almost keep up.
Which is
So,
good.
and again, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you.
Yeah. That means you are doing your thing, and then sometimes that's the best way. Like I said, getting referrals for your business, that takes a lot of the work out of it. When you have in the market, when you got other people marketing for you, so
Yeah.
it is working. Therese, like where do you feel like you're at as far as realistically being able to hit your goals over the next 30 to 90 days? Like, what would you rate yourself? Okay, optimistic 7. So what do we need to do, or what needs to happen for you to get that to at least an 8? Where do we need to adjust that? Or what do you feel needs to happen? Like, is it the support, or is it the game plan, um, the action steps to get there? And I'm feeling like, so I'm looking back at my goals, what I wrote down, myself. I'm definitely feeling like I feel like I'm at an 8. Like I need to make sure, like I feel like the planner, that stuff I think is definitely done. The webinar, I think I need to definitely just get my outline done and make that happen. I feel like I can definitely make that happen if I'm just focusing on just that. And then the 8 people in the mastermind group next month is going to happen with me showing up, being consistent. Okay, so for hers, she said it's to take an action, but she's still dealing with the things that are keeping her from being 100% focused. So then my question for you, kind of like if we were coaching, what action steps can you commit to taking, like within the next week? Like what action steps could you commit to taking? Okay. And so, and as she's thinking about that or typing that in, we pretty much are almost like wrapping it up. So I put on here, I can't remember what your sheet's saying because it depends on what summary sheet, where you download it from. Because like I said, I sent out multiple links. So at the top, it might say my 2017 goals, 2019 goals, my 30 to 90 day goals, your goals at a glance. Nonetheless, this is kind of like a summary sheet. So each question that we answered on here kind of like comes back to this as a summary so that you can, hey, print out this one sheet that you're looking at and, you know, kind of like consistently daily. So if you fill this out, you can put it on your fridge, your closet door, your bathroom mirror, somewhere where you can see it daily. And this is kind of like I said, it's a summary. So at the top, your dream team is kind of like whoever you said were your accountability partners, who's going to help you support, you know, reach your goals. That's kind of like where you're going to write that at. So you're going to take that from where you answered that question in question 7, put those names there. Like Sean, yours was your team members in the mastermind group. So you're going to put that there. And then kind of like what your goals are in the deadline dates, put that there. And I'm taking action because, like, what was your 5B? Is it so that you can help other women reach their goals, you know, etc. Whatever you wrote on 5B goes there. And then your action steps in the next 30 days goes on the last column. And then you kind of like sign in and date it. So this is like your commitment to yourself to help you be able to stay on track and reach your goals. Okay, so like I said, and I think I have it on there. You put it on your bathroom mirror, your fridge, somewhere where you're going to see it daily. Okay, so and then for Therese, she said she's still, like she said, she's still dealing with some things that's keeping her from being 100% focused. But for the upcoming week, she plans to get back into Bible study, exercising, doing a photo shoot for her business within the next 3 weeks, and she's working on marketing on a Facebook page within 4 weeks, and reaching out to BNI within six weeks. Online target 5 online businesses and share value. So definitely write that down. So you definitely have a game plan. So from that, and it's just writing down what action steps are that you're going to do so that you are showing up and you are giving value. And then writing on your calendar what events that you're going to go to and making it happen. So you got this. So obviously, if you take that little bit where you just did that summary and take that down and put it on your calendar and make it happen, you're definitely at an 8. Like, you know what it is that you need to do. You just need to get it done. You just need to do it and, you know, stick with it. Like, make it happen. And a little bit at a time, especially when you're just coming over, you know, dealing with the loss of, you know, a parent, a loved one, or whatever. Sometimes it takes time to get back in the game. So at the same time, being, you know, patient with yourself and stuff. So don't be too hard on yourself as well, but, you know, be realistic with your goals and what it is that you can do. So does the summary sheet make sense? Does that give you guys value on how you can actually make your goals a reality?
Yes.
Okay, cool. So the replay, for those who didn't get on, I'm going to send a replay out. But for those of you who are not who are, like I said, for the first time joining and checking out the 30 or September goal setting, I want to say 30-day, I was about to say 30-day mastermind, but for those of you who are joining us and checking out the goal setting, so I want to tell you that you don't have to do it alone, right? So instead of living in overwhelm, you can get the help that you need so that you can have more life and less overwhelm, right? Because I believe in, you know, keeping it simple and being realistic with yourself, with your goals and what it is that you can make happen, like the whole getting into your flow and not necessarily having to do the whole hustle and burning yourself out when it comes to, you know, reaching your goals. So, and then being able to help you see the bigger picture and break it down into a plan that where you can actually make it happen, right? So your goals doesn't seem so unrealistic, because sometimes when we set these big goals, if you set a big goal and it seems unrealistic or it feels like you can't actually achieve that goal or so, what happens is you don't go after it. You make excuses, or you don't show up, and all those different things. So being able to take that goal and break it down into something realistic, you know, so if your goal was to, like if someone said my goal was to hit 10,000, but they've never even made 3,000 online, then we might have to break that down or really come up with a realistic plan to help them be able to reach that 10,000 or help them see themselves actually making 10,000 in their business. And then it costs you a lot of more money to stay stuck and not take action, right? Not taking action costs you money. It costs you not just money, but it costs you your dreams. It costs you reaching your goals or being able to do those things that you desire and that you want for your life and your business. So for those of you who want that extra support or accountability, like I said, of course, there is, my free Facebook group that is there where you can show up and share your goals on Monday. And of course, Wednesday, there's a whole accountability and, check in. And Friday, we do our celebration, as well as an opportunity to come and mastermind with us on the the fourth Tuesday of each month. You can come and actually mastermind with some of the mastermind students and get, have that sounding board, as well as see what accountability looks like. And the Unleashed CEO Mastermind is all about getting unstuck, taking action, and getting results, right? So that's kind of like what we focus on in there. It's not to really just be able to help you actually hit and achieve your goals. Try to keep it simple. So this is my invitation for you guys, if you're not part of Mastermind group, to join us. So if you're not sure what your next step is and you often feel like you don't know if you're going or coming, then you want to join us in the mastermind. Or maybe you're the opposite, like you know what it is that you need to do, but you need that push or you need that accountability. And if your business is not growing in the direction that you want it to grow, then join us. You don't have to, even if you don't have a game plan, maybe you're constantly shooting from the hip, because sometimes as creative entrepreneurs and as women, hey, sometimes we get excited, we're passionate about our goals, and we jump out there, we make it happen, but we sometimes don't have a game plan or we don't have a system in place. And what happens is you end up burning yourself out. So it's all about, tracking results, tracking what's working for you and putting systems in place, and then rinse and repeating, especially if it's work. And the mastermind is for you is like if you're ready to invest in yourself, but you don't want to spend that money on high ticket pricing or coaching. So this is your opportunity to, hey, get the coaching as well as the support that you need in the mastermind. And then, so what we do is it's a 4-month commitment, and you get clarity around what it is that you want to accomplish over the next 90 days. And then we hone in on that and create an action plan to make it a reality. And you get the support and the accountability, not just from myself, but also from the other ladies in the mastermind, as well as, we talk about our challenges and our problems together and be able to work through a solution to actually make it happen, right? So you have a supportive group of other, women who might be just like you. And, I think we all kind of like relate in the mastermind. I think we all get along great. And we're able to, come and actually share, what our struggles are in our business and come up with solutions to actually move forward. So all this information too is on my website. But when you sign up, you get a 45-minute private coaching session, because what I realize is that not everybody is on the same page. So the 45-minute session is like a 90-day, is like where we talk about your 90-day goal. Like we talk about what it is that you want to achieve to help you move from where you are to where it is that you want to be. So on that call, we kind of like lay out your action plan of what it is that you need to accomplish over the 90 days. And then when you show up on your mastermind, it's like, okay, hey, this is what I'm committing to doing this week. Blah, blah, blah. This is, kind of like how we broke our goals down tonight. That's kind of like what we do on the, when you come to the bi-weekly mastermind sessions, where it's like, okay, this is what I need to be focusing on. And you get to, whatever support resources or so that you need. And then we celebrate our wins, and those sessions last anywhere between 60 to 90 minutes. And as well as there's hot seat coaching. So those sessions are kind of like where they're focused directly on you. So what the hot seat coaching is, let's say, hey, you're stuck on something, or you need some coaching or whatever. You're not moving forward in your business. Because I definitely want to see you to actually achieve your results. That's what the hot seat coaching is. And then you get members only access, because there's also training and bonuses that I do throw into place that you can have access to. I'm not going to go over all this. So I just go over it really quick. You get access to our private members Facebook group, access to training courses. Any other mastermind women can tell you there's unlimited support. So if you have any questions anytime during the mastermind group, you can definitely reach out, post them in the group, or either send me an email. I definitely respond to all those questions as well, so that whatever it is, so you don't get stuck. So you don't have to wait to the second Tuesday or the fourth Tuesday to get your questions answered. If there's something that's preventing you from taking action, then you reach out, you post your questions in the group so that you can keep moving forward, right? Because we want you to come back with results. Bonuses. So there's my step-by-step guide to automating your sales funnel with Facebook ads. So if you are building a sales funnel or you want to know more about Facebook ads, that's in there. How to create your sales funnel, how to leverage and monetize your content, maybe, and how to attract your ideal clients. So those are different trainings that I have done, and those are available as bonuses as well. And then this was a few testimonials from others who have worked with me. I'm not going to read over the testimonials for the most part, but if you have any questions about the mastermind, post your questions about your mastermind. The mastermind is very affordable. It's $67 and it's for a minimum of 4 months. So again, like I said, you get your pre-program, 30 to 45-minute coaching session, a 90-day action plan, and we meet bi-weekly, the second and fourth Tuesday of every month at 8 Eastern time, as well as we have monthly Q&A, bonus resources, and a private Facebook community. So I know I kind of like ran through that, but for those of you who are considering joining the mastermind or need some support and accountability, it's a no-brainer. So if you guys have any questions, you can post your questions. It is not a hard sales or anything like that, because I hate feeling salesy or anything. I just want you to know that if you need additional support, that the support is there. And if you have any questions, post your questions or ask your questions, and I will see you on the inside. So I hope you got value from today's webinar workshop. And if you enjoyed this, and I'm going to invite you to come back, of course, to join us in October. It's the same thing. If you need help with setting your goals for each month, join us. Okay?
Great.
So
Thank you.
that is it. That is all I have. I'm gonna stop the recording. Do you have any questions? Okay, Sharice says she enjoyed. Thank you. I thought I accidentally clicked her off. I was like, oh my gosh, did I accidentally like kick her out of the Zoom session? I don't know what I just hit a few minutes ago. But let me see. I'm trying to stop the share. Okay, so does anybody have any questions before we jump off? Are you guys good?
I'm good. I'm motivated.
Yes. Okay, awesome, amazing. So I will send out the replay. I will, if you guys have any questions, you guys got my email or definitely Facebook, post it there. And let's go out there. Let's make September happen. Show up Monday. Share your goals. Share what it is that you're going to work on, and let's do it. Okay. So however I can support you. So thank you, ladies, for hanging out with me. Especially with it being a holiday weekend and stuff. So for those that missed out, they definitely missed out on setting their goals. So good. All right. You guys have a good evening, and thanks for hanging out with me. Therese, you're more than welcome, and we'll definitely be in touch. Pop in the mastermind group. In the Facebook group, share your goals and what value you guys got from today's workshop. And so that way more members show up in October. Like I said, I know we had like 8 people. I didn't promote this one as like I normally do, but there were 8 people that registered, but I do know that it's also a weekend where people were traveling and stuff. So I did get some emails on that, but we are good to go. I won't keep you guys. Have a good evening.
Yeah, thanks. You too. Enjoy your evening.